Hey you, so I thought I'd get this video out. I'm usually asked if I can do somewhat of a full stack video, but that's virtually going to be impossible moving forward. So I thought I'd do this video as I was giving these a once over and do a Queen's Beast Lion full stack video. So that's going to be amongst the box of silver Queen's Beast Lion coins. So as you saw there, so I'm maneuvering this about, you get 200 coins in here. Them being 2 ounce, it's going to be 400 ounces in total. And amongst the box of gold, so amongst the tube, excuse me, of gold Queen's Beast Lions. This is technically a full house, so we're not including the 10 ounce coins and the proofs. The bullion ranges that were first out that I'm comfortable with. I would love to have the entire Queen's Beast range like this, so amongst the box in silver and amongst the tube in gold. I have the boxes in silver done. So we'll see how it goes moving forward when I'm able to achieve that goal. But if you guys can remember, when I done these boxes, I also put in some type of milk spot prevention measures. So we're going to see how they've worked out. I may go through the entire tube while we just discuss the yearly roundup. So we're getting straight into these. At the time, these were the first coins. So you still got a little down there. They decided to bring these out. I think we'll do more of a side view because you can see a lot once what's going on here. They brought these out. It was a stunning coin, a breath of fresh air. I mean, it's still doing well. To date, there's been a lot of Lion coins out, but to me, these have been the best. I've really loved what they've done with this Lion here. They've done a few other Lions that have came out, but I've always compared them to these. Still fully on board with this coin. Stunning piece. These are officially my foundation, or my favorite foundation coins. Somewhat of a premium, but they seem to be holding up rather well. I know the golds, so I'm not even going to bother doing those now, are carrying a premium. I'm sure the silvers are also somewhat of a small premium, so we'll get these back in shot in a moment. Maybe once I've got everything wrapped up. So that's the first 10 looking semi-decent. So as I've mentioned, I've done a few independent videos on these coins, so I'll say it's definitely looking so far so good. Regarding spotting and all the likes of, as mentioned, when this was first applied, it was never going to be 100% preventing milk spots. It was one of the only measures that was out there that could, you never know, 50-50 throw it out there, be good or be bad. I never did really go through all of these coins also to check for grade worthy coins. So I understand these graded in the 70 carry a very nice premium if you can find them, but also the problems that these have with the, oh, there we go, we got some money shots. So I mean, it just goes to show, but it was always just a cross your fingers and hope. It's been put out there that if your coin's gonna spot, it's gonna spot from inception. So if it's got the stuff left on it, it's just a matter of time. Some take a lot longer than others to show up, but there's nothing you can really do. Apparently these methods just slow it down a little. So if your coin's infected, it's infected. Somewhat like chicken pox or herpes that you just can't avoid or make disappear. But no concern whatsoever for me. Once again, very happy holding them. I'm always asked, will it affect the price come resale? Now, I know to a dealer, believe you me, exactly what you're seeing me do here is the same thing a dealer would do if they was going to go over them. They want to know your coins are authentic, so they're not fake silver, and just in terms of condition, you'd have more of an issue if they was just extremely heavily tarnished. Whereas with milk spots, it's part and parcel of the game now. You'd have to find a dealer basically looking to swindle you to start nitpicking on milk spots, because you have to remember, if a dealer cannot send the coin back for being defected to the mint, it's part and parcel with the coin. Technically, you know, I'm sure it bothers a lot of dealers when individuals get back to them for milk spot issues, as we can see some there, but it's going to be more for the individual that wants a perfect coin, and then they'll more likely point you out to the proof coins. But with the bullion, it's common practice now and known that they're going to tell you it's just a bullion coin. So if you can find a dealer that's going to refund you for the milk spots, then that's a great thing, you know, especially if you can get the coin replaced. If you're picking up the 1 or the 2 and you was to receive a heavily milk spotted coin, I could totally understand why you'll be miffed. But with a bullion coin reselling to a dealer, from my own personal experience, and it's not been an issue. You're never going to have a problem. You've got to remember the dealers receive these coins in these conditions from the mints, and no dealers go over all of their coins. This is why sometimes when you receive a coin and it looks like Wolverine or Freddy Krueger's been handling the coin, and you may be like, I can't believe the dealer sent this out to me like this. You have to remember, the dealers don't go through all of their coins. What I'm doing here is something an individual do. Even from handling them, the dealer's going to handle these barehanded, as they are at the mint, more than likely with some type of protective gloves from the mint, and just know that it's silver and what they've ordered is there. When you're looking at stuff like fine inspecting the coins, like what I'm doing here, by no chance the dealer's going to do that. They will record sending the package out to you to make sure you got exactly what you ordered at best, but they're not going to analyze the coins, go every single coin. If you think about it, they'd be there forever. They'd get nothing sold if they went over every single coin and then ended up returning them. So it's interesting really, because these coins seem to be going strength to strength, so you have to ask yourself who's buying these coins. It can't be all the individuals in YouTube land or the forums that are absolutely switched on and know what's happening. So these are still looking awesome. So being able to do that with all of them is going to be somewhat of a long feat, as I can see time ticking by. So I'll just wrap these up by opening them up individually and just having a peek at the top ones. But so far so good. I mean, I can see what I was expecting. They've done what they've done, selling these on to sell for a higher premium. I can always track spot price if and when that does a jump, or just straight bullion price. You know, if you pick one coin out and an individual finds it has some type of defect, they're just going to have to work with that defect. You could only tell an individual, especially when you're buying them in bulk like this, that it came like that, you know. The milk spots are part and parcel, and that's all you can do. And that's selling on to a private individual for a premium. Selling to a dealer, they're going to pay you a premium for these coins. Remember, they're going to sell them on to a customer, so they're always going to end up with a customer. So either you can sell them for the higher premium, or the dealer can sell them for the higher premium. Of course, the dealer's going to give you a smaller price than you'd get on the secondary market, but that's just the way it goes. They're always going to end up with an individual that's going to be willing to pay a higher price for this coin. So it's just something I've come to terms with. I may not like it. I think they can address the problem and definitely fix it. And this is milk spots we're talking about here, but they've obviously chosen not to for some bizarre reason. Either for one of the reasons I've spoken about in the past, where an individual was mentioning the older cleaning agents they were using were highly toxic and flammable. So the new stuff meets all regulations, but the offset is that you get milk spots. So that's just the downside there. But going through all of these, I'm already bored out of my head, so I'm not going to do the entire box of taking them out, but we'll just take a look through all of these. So 10 in the stack, extremely happy I've got these. They're going on to do very well, and very happy I've got them in the gold as well, as we'll be getting into in a moment. So moving forward throughout the end of the year, this may be one of the last few videos coming up, as we're in the last months of December at time of releasing this video. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more purchasing as yet. Just going to see how the year plays out. So somewhat of a fruity mark on this. Yes, I'm not sure that's a milk spot or what it is, but just going to see how the rest of the year plays out. Metals have been doing exactly what you would expect from metals. Took a little bit of a dip. Now it's just hovering about. There's been nothing special. I'm seeing a few more dealers now open up some more of the bargains or sales. I can imagine they must be suffering pretty hard on sales, as a lot of new individuals that I saw coming into the game from Instagram to YouTube have technically all gone the crypto route now. So they're seeing a lot more action there, especially if you're putting in small funds. You know, you put £1,000 into silver right now, a lot of the pumpers ain't pumping no more, so it's not going to do nothing, you know, unless you're doing it. I mean, wise money's putting their money into metals. New, fast, you know, quick money is definitely going the crypto route, and it's up to each individual on how and when and if they are cashing out any gains. But for me, I'm definitely still buying metals all day, every day. It's always going to be the number one thing for me. In terms of making money for investment, it may not be the best right now, but I do know its time's going to come. But I've always had my hands in other pots, so I'm still doing other things. For investment purposes, a lot more heavier than I was, but it's definitely the shiny stuff. I'm locking all profits in, and I'm locking profits in ASAP, you know, a lot sooner than later. I only need to see a couple of points up, and I'm coming back in for the shiny stuff. So I'm expecting to do a big purchase next year for a lot of my trades. As you can imagine, I've had a lot of fruity coins from 10 kilos to 5 kilos. A lot of them have been traded out, so the stack is looking a lot closer to how I want it to look. So, you know, a lot more of the trades have already been done. So moving forward, I'm either digging a bit more into trades with some of the ounce coins that I've got, the more favourable ones like the 2008 Kookaburra coins. I may try and double those up at some point into more, maybe some of these Queen's Beast coins or the likes of. But that's that so far on the silver box. We get the last 3 tubes there. We'll jump straight into the gold. So this is looking like a big old pile. So this is a mini full stack video, 400 ounces of Queen's Beast silver coins there, and the same type of mark there. We don't know what that really is. And we'll be doing the 10 ounces of gold in a moment as we pop that open. So moving forward into the new year, I'm going to be purchasing whatever comes out. We've had the recent hype of the giraffe gold and silver, which I've locked in at. Those are still limping about, I guess, from the Rwandan boys. As we get into the monster tube of 10 gold lions, we'll have to see what comes out in March. I believe their next offering is. We've just had the proof release of the dragons, so we'll get into these. So this is the 10 gold, and I've done these videos as of recent. The raw mint bullion must have came into an old batch because they had a few out and about at very handsome prices. Now those have been snapped up. They are still available, but if you go and check now, the prices have definitely shot back up. So I'm very happy I capitalized on those when they put their heads back up. The gold are holding very strong. I don't know what's happened with the Queen's Beast, but something positive, because they have no mintage, and yet you'll find their lunar coins. For some bizarre reason, this feels a little thicker. Their lunar coins, so the Roman lunar horse and the monkey and the sheep, have a limited mintage, yet you can still find those no problem with no premiums. Whereas these, with an unlimited mintage, seem to be doing the opposite and performing very well. So it's very interesting. It's fantastic, in fact. So these are already seeing a premium, as I keep on mentioning. So I'm sure at some point it'd be great to see the Griffin, which I still do love. I mean, this is a stunning design, but whenever I put them all up front, the Griffin has to be my favourite in the bullion. Haven't seen the proof, so I can only imagine that's going to look fantastic. But so far so good. So locked in on these. I don't think I'll be getting any more. I've had a few more, traded some out, traded some back in. So I've got a tube and I think a few floating about loose. So I'm going to try and lock in and stay with these now as we are. The Queen's cheek side is looking however it looks. I mean, if I had a perfect copy, which I'll have to go over with a loop, I would maybe consider getting one of these graded PCGS and doing some type of deal on a package where you can get a few coins graded for free. So I may push these through, but these are looking fantastic, all great. So moving forward into next year, I'm going to really see what other assets bring in profits wise, and I'm going to be looking to do some large purchases, maybe some bulk purchases of gold, all depending on where metals are, the price of spot. But currently right now I'll be taking full advantage of silver and gold for anybody looking to get in. I mean, the prices are just fantastic, but I've got a lot on my plate, so once I get some more profits in or make a few more sales of the other collector coins that I have in, I'll be locking in on some new pieces, hopefully gold at a fantastic price. And then silver, I want to do a bulk purchase of silver, so I have to see what I've got on the table in terms of a trade of what I already have. But locking this one up, this is a full stack of the Queen's Beast Lion coins, so we have a monster box of silver and a monster tube of gold. So it'll be fantastic to know what you guys think of this video. What are you guys purchasing, moving in or moving out? Have you made any profits in your crypto world or your other type of portfolio? Any assets in your portfolio that you're looking to put back into metals? Or are you sitting straight now with your metals? Have you reached your metals goal? Are you still stacking metals? It's very quiet times in the metal world at the moment, so it'll be fantastic to know what everybody else is doing. So hate or love it while I try to get an overview shot here. Be fantastic to know what everybody else's moves are right now. So that's a monster box of silver, 400 ounces, and a monster tube of gold. So don't forget to come and follow me on the links that I left in the description. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.